So, out of that season, what are some of the characters you guys think had a bigger impact on the show moving forward that were introduced in season?
Oh, definitely Marlo and his crew. Even in the beginning, as slow as they started out, it was pretty clear that they were going to be an immediate threat to the Barksdales. But I just like the development of that crew in general. I didn't really, from what I remember, I didn't really know how big they were going to get or how they were going to take it over. But they posed themselves as an immediate threat, and like the difference between Marlowe's crew and the Barksdale crew was just how clean and precise, Marlo Stanfield's crew was.
No attention.
I like the way how Marlo took it over. Like he waited until Avon was weak. Like he was still in the game. He still had some corners.
He just bid his time though.
But he bid his time correctly, because when Avon went in, then that's when he started slowly working his way to take all the corners that Avon had, but he couldn't fulfill them because he didn't have the package, he didn't have the muscle, you know what I'm saying, he didn't have the corner boys, you know what I mean? So he slowly took it over. You've seen him really playing chess instead of checkers, stuff like that. And even when Avon got out, he kind of fell back a little bit to kind of, look and see what he needed to do to really, get him out of there, like, for real, you know what I mean? So I like
very cerebral.
I like the smartness. Yeah, I like the smartness and the strategic moving that he did, for sure.
Well, it was really a big change for the Barksdale crew because they didn't deal with corners. Like they had the towers and they had the pit, so they pretty much controlled the project. So when they knocked down the projects, that was different. That was a change for the Barksdale crew, because then the Barksdales had to move outside of the towers and the pits and start to take over corners. Most of the corners they didn't have to really take over because they didn't have that Prop Joe package. So, they just went on there and worked out a deal, and most dealers were willing to work with them because they knew the respect that Avon had and didn't want to fight with him. But Marlo was a lot like Avon. They didn't really care about the business. It wasn't so much about the money. It was more about the
respect.
Power of being king. They wanted to be king.
My name is my name.
They wanted the power. So when Stringer kept trying to come to his crew and pitch that to Marlo wasn't trying to hear it because he saw an opening that it's time for me to become king, and they don't have the firepower that I have, and I can take over all these corners. So even though I may not have the corners right now, I can just be patient and I can wait till all this shit blow over, because Avon don't have the firepower to take us out, and eventually I'm gonna be king. He wasn't about that co-op shit. Marlo was an advanced version of Avon.
Word.
I would say Marlo was not only an advanced version of Avon, but I think he was what Stringer Bell ultimately wanted to be, because he got afforded a lot of the opportunities that Stringer Bell wanted.
I think Chris was Stringer
That's kind of what I was gonna
Bell,
say.
I think Chris was comfortable playing his position, because later on, like, all the decisions went through Chris, and Chris's job was to protect Marlo. And
he was the hitter.
That was Stringer's job in season 1, and Stringer did that well. It was only when Stringer got a taste of power that he started trying to do other things that was outside his means. Like you said, he didn't know the game. He didn't know all the rules to the game. Like, he had the boys. They asked him. He had the boys go shoot at him on Sunday. Avon's like, bro, you can't do that.
That's a neutral day.
Understand the rules to the game. And then he didn't even understand the rules of the business, because that's why Clay David was fucking him over. He was trying to learn all this stuff on the fly and implement things from corporate business world into the game. And Avon was trying to make him understand, bro, you can't do that because you don't know that game. You're outside of your game.
But Chris was
like, you're playing baseball, but you're a basketball.
Right, and Chris
you don't understand the rules of that game.
Chris was more of the get my hands dirty lieutenant, and Stringer was more of the in the background doing the bean counting lieutenant. But yeah, I would say Chris and Stringer played that Stringer Bell role more. He was just the more hands-on, grimy version of him.
And I don't think Chris didn't want to be the guy.
No.
At all. Like, I don't think he wanted any part of it.
He was comfortable in his position.
He was very comfortable in his position. He was comfortable where he was at. He liked what he was doing.
And him and Snoop, man, when you talk about putting them, when they showed up, they putting people in these abandoned warehouses.
The vacants.
Hold on, that's season 4.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
But season 3,